So, hello, fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 6455463728. And sometimes when you know that you're doing everything that you can do, let's say you're trying to lose weight, let's say you are trying to get better at a particular skill, or whatever the case might be, um, sometimes you just have to stop looking at your progress and just keep your head down and do what it is that you know that you have to do. And I think that the stories that I've heard of people who were trying to lose weight or trying to gain a skill or something where they just eventually gave up is because they didn't realize that you can't you can't keep looking at the scale. You can't keep, if it's like me and you're trying to check your typing speed, stop looking at the results of it. Stop looking at, whatever the marker is for feedback. I remember when, you know, if I went on vacation and I didn't have a scale or the time um, to use my food logger, the app, to keep track of how much food I should be eating in a day, I just told myself, you know what? I'll fix it when I get back home. And I might gain 10 pounds, 15 pounds, usually not that much. And, if I'm going to lose 1 pound a week, it's going to take me quite a while to get that off, a couple of months to get off um, what it took me a month or a couple of weeks to gain. And somewhere along the line, I remember seeing that you get on the scale today, and you get on the scale tomorrow, and you get on the scale the day after that, and you don't see any difference whatsoever. And if you have not been on this path before, it can be discouraging enough to make you stop. And it's like asking somebody out on a date or something like that. You will never go out with them. You will all the answer is always no if you never ask them. If you never ask them, the answer is always no. 100% chance that you're not going anywhere with them. Okay, let's say 0.001 chance. Maybe they know that you like them or some craziness like that can happen, but overwhelmingly. And I think that maybe even happened to me. I recall when I was trying to lose weight, but no, that's a different story. And then it's difficult because let's say if you're trying to lose weight, one marker that I know better than a lot of others, I suppose. Well, even learning Korean, I suppose, when I think to the mistakes that I make or how long I think it should take for me to be fluent in Korean, and then I am not. That is exceedingly frustrating. But I know where I'm failing. I don't care about all the hundreds, well, it's not hundreds, all the thousands of words that I know. Um, and I have no problem remembering. I don't think of those. I think of the ones that I don't remember. And yeah, as long as you believe that you're going down the right path, you need to stop counting steps and how far along you are. Like when I come back from vacation and I start measuring my weight again, it's the same that I'm weighing. Every day after day after day after day, it's the same weight. A week, 2 weeks, it's the same weight. And because I know it works, I just stop using the scale. and I just say, okay, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to, we're going to continue because I know this works. And let me forget about the scale. And usually what happens is it takes a lot of willpower not to measure. But then eventually when I do, there's a change. There's a discernible, definite change that's the same from day to day. And I'm like, you get on like 2 weeks after you decided, or a month after you decided to stop watching the scale, and you've lost your 5 pounds, you've lost your 10 pounds, you've lost whatever it is, and it works. And yeah, I think that the instance that I was thinking of that maybe I should have continued was that I remember I went to the gym every single day, and this is before I was, you know, counting calories, which does work. And I don't know what I was thinking I should see on the scale in terms of how fast based on what I was doing. But I went to the gym every day for a week and I weighed myself at the end of the week and I was the same. And I was like, this particular thing is not working. Um, Eventually I got an exercise, a bicycle, and I rode to work and I didn't look at the scale. I didn't weigh myself for quite a while. And I think that probably helped because the thing is that exercising was not going to do it. So it's a good thing that I gave up on that quickly. Exercising alone, sorry, wasn't going to do it. I had to restrict my calories. There's no other way. Um, and then I had to make sure that I did not relapse and all of this other stuff. But at the end of the day, you pick a plan and you give it a, a significant amount of time before you say, okay, this is absolutely not going to work. There is no sense in just jumping around from one thing to the next without having enough time pass to know conclusively, at least to the best of your understanding at any given time, this absolutely is not working because I have not cheated. I have not, I've stuck to what I'm supposed to do and I'm not seeing any changes that I should expect. And then you pick something else again, or you make a modification, and you say, okay, let's throw out the measuring for a period of time, come back, regroup, any changes, and then, but no, a lot of things are going to take longer than a week, maybe even longer than a month for you to figure them out. And if you are measuring every single day, it's like if you're a kid and you want to grow a foot and you measure yourself every single day, you're just gonna give up. You're eventually gonna grow a foot depending on how tall you are, your potential, your diet, all this other stuff. But you are going to give up more than likely long before you get your results. And luckily in that case, they're gonna come anyway. But in a lot of other things, if you give up, that's it, you're done. Anyway, I just wanted to give my 2 cents about that, and hopefully, whatever it is, figure out a plan, figure out the best plan based on research that you can do, and then just put your head down, and only every once in a while you bring up your head and measure, and then don't measure again tomorrow, the day after that. Give yourself time for things to change. Our assessment of what should have happened when is horrible. That's why we invented clocks. That's why we invented, you know, all these other tools that we use to do a much better job of measuring things than our eyeballs and our sense of time or whatever. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for listening if you did. Peace.